Alright, so just got this thing. Been seeing it around a lot, obviously. Everyone's trying out the new boat. So, what does it have to say? Brazilian Navy battleship developed based on the British ship with feature dual purpose and anti-aircraft of American origin. So yeah, just like all of the Pan American ships. What kind of guns does it have? 356s. Ain't great, but it ain't awful. I mean, it's also got a lot. Let's give it a spin. Increases matter. Oh, fuck, I don't even have it spec'd out for secondary, so it can't be secondary god. Shit. So yeah, reload and doing that. Just receiving potential damage. I mean that charges it up so little, but even so.
Attention, Task Force Commander.
It's a very weird requirement to have. Also, ignore the camo for the Shiratsuyu. I looked cool until I realized that there was a fucking figurine sitting on the bridge, and I've tried uninstalling that mod, but it hasn't worked. So now I'm just doomed to live with my poor choices forever. The HE ain't bad. Hey, let's see how strong this thing is. Never mind. Never mind. Accuracy could be pretty alright. Love to see all of that. Woo! Beautiful. Alright. Well, go again. Yeah, so, if you don't spec this thing out for a secondary build, what are you doing with your life? And that bitch just got my kill anyway. The firing angles aren't terribly bad either. I mean, like, this is a pretty good firing angle. To have all of your guns on one target at this speed. It's not enough to ricochet all of the shells. Then again, so if you turn just ever so slightly, you lose half of your guns. So. Yeah, it's got a little bit of issue with the gunnery, but it's much better than German dispersion. And I mean, this is also completely unmodded. There's nothing to it, so the guns also turn at a decent rate. Oh, look at all those enemies. Oh, fuck me. Look at me skillfully dodging all of it, except okay, it's not completely spec'd out. I'm low on credits. But, I'm also going to see how fragile they are, because I didn't really... It wasn't really a test of fire. It was really underwhelming. I wasn't focused for most of the time, and all that damage came right at the end. So, what I'm going to see is if these things break easy. So, I mean, you can also do like an alternating salvo with all these guns in this kind of angle. Do that salvo, turn in, so that way they bounce the shells off, and then swing back out and get your second half out there. Oh, what the fuck? What happened? I thought I was sufficiently angled. And yeah, the secondaries do start to break a little bit, so yeah, I guess you... I mean, my plan was probably already going to be to mount the secondary modification 1 on there. It's a solid ship, I'm liking it a lot. I've always had an affinity for brawlers. It's good. I like the combat instructions. They're not like this would be such a huge like if it was on Hanover, which it is on Hanover. But
Enemy cruisers
as of right now,
they're chasing our aircraft carrier.
my secondaries aren't good enough for this thing to be stupidly broken. Of course, that would be changed at like tier 9 and 10, where you really build into it. But overall, it's a solid ship, fun ship. Doesn't seem to be terribly fragile, which was my big complaint with Schlieffen and the rest of the ships in that line is that that thing bruised like a tomato. But it makes sense. It's a battle cruiser. Just would have liked if it had a little bit more HP. Did you shoot off a flare? You have the commander for that, dude? The commander for this would probably be handy, but I don't feel like I'd be playing this line enough to really justify me getting all the crates.